I'm Peter Sidwell, welcome to my kitchen. It's pizza time here. I am craving a really good pizza. Now, not everyone can get yeast and bread flour, so I'm going to show you an alternative way. Most people have got a bottle of beer in the fridge and some flour at the moment. So, follow this recipe and you will have a delicious pizza. First thing you need to do is get your flour. Now, if you've got self-raising flour, great. Put it in a mixing bowl with a pinch of salt. If you haven't, if you've got plain flour or bread flour, put that in the bowl with a teaspoon of baking powder, and that'll just help kind of lift it a little bit. Mix all that together. Then in with your beer. So I've got 500 grams of flour here, and I'm gonna add 350 mils of beer and a splash of olive oil. And that should bring it together as a nice dough. If you need to add a little bit more liquid, do so, or hold a little bit back. Just add it a bit at a time, and you'll get there in the end. Once you've got a nice soft ball of dough, put it in your mixing bowl, cover it in cling film, and then just put it to one side for an hour to rest. So while that's happening, we're gonna make the tomato sauce. So take a tin of chopped tomatoes, open it, and pour it through a sieve into a bowl, and let the excess water drain out. So we just have pure tomato. Once you've done that, get rid of the liquid and put the tomato that's in the sieve into the bowl with a clove of garlic chopped up really fine, a sprinkle of dried Italian herbs, so your oreganos, your thyme, that sort of thing, and a little bit of salt and a drizzle of olive oil, and that will make the most delicious tomato sauce for your pizza. Okay, so our dough has relaxed, okay? It's not risen loads because there isn't any yeast in there, only from the beer, there's a little bit in there. But that's okay, because we've got the baking powder in there, which will help it rise. Scoop your dough out and divide it into 6 portions. Each portion, roll out as thin as you can with a little bit of flour. Okay, so if you haven't got a pizza oven, don't worry about it. I've got a plan for you. Get a nice non-stick frying pan, put it on the heat and let it get hot, okay? So let's turn our attention to one pizza at a time. This is a kind of one pizza at a time recipe, so make one, chop it all up, enjoy it, make another one. Do it that way, okay? Don't try and serve everyone all at the same time because it won't work. Okay, so take your pizza base, fold it in half, fold it into quarters, lift it up, put it in the pan and unfold it the opposite way to the way you folded it up. Now, got to work quite quickly. Take your tomato sauce that you made, spoon it onto the pizza, spread it out, and then top it with your favorite toppings. Go easy, don't overload it with loads of stuff. This is a nice, thin, crisp Italian style pizza, okay? So, tomato sauce, a little piece, bit of mozzarella on there, some basil, a couple of olives, that's good for me. Now, what's happening in the pan is the bottom is toasting, okay? And that's gonna cook beautifully. Now, I'm gonna cook the top with a blowtorch, okay? So I've got this blowtorch, which works perfectly. If you haven't got one of these blowtorches that are sat in the kitchen cupboard somewhere, turn the grill on, get it really nice and hot. When the bottom of the pizza is toasted, take the frying pan and put it under the grill and give it a couple of minutes and it will just all crisp up and go bubbly and delicious. Once the pizza's cooked, carefully slide it onto a chopping board, chop it all up, a little bit of fresh herbs if you've got it, and enjoy it. An amazing, crisp, fresh pizza. Once you've eaten that one, wipe the frying pan clean and repeat the process and do another one. And just sit and enjoy some time around the table and in the kitchen cooking amazing pizza. Now, if you want the recipe for this, go to kitchencraft.co.uk and you can find it there.